The Quick Start Wizard is an easy way to learn how to use TherMo-CALC in the graphical mode before you know how to work with TherMo-CALC projects. Let's begin in the default window layout with an empty project. If you're in console mode, simply click this button to switch to the graphical mode. If you don't see this center panel, click the My Project button and your project's pane will appear. Now click on the Quick Start button. A box will appear where you can select from among the 4 most common types of calculations: single point equilibrium, property diagram, phase diagram, and Scheil solidification simulation. In this example, we will calculate the phase fractions as a function of temperature for the stainless steel SAE304. Select Property Diagram and click Next. Here you select the thermodynamic database you will use, as well as the elements. We will be using the database TCFE7 and the elements iron, chromium, nickel, molybdenum, manganese, silicon, and carbon. The first element you select will be dependent, but that can be changed later. Now click Next. Here we select the composition of our system and define the variable that we want to vary. You can also select the composition unit. We'll use mass %. Notice that iron is grayed out. That's because it's dependent and cannot be changed. But if you delete the value of chromium, for example, iron is no longer dependent and can be given a value. Chromium becomes dependent. In this example, we want to enter compositions for chromium, nickel, molybdenum, manganese, silicon, and carbon. So we set 18% chromium, 8% nickel, 0.6% molybdenum, 2% manganese, 1% silicon, and 0.15% carbon. This automatically sets iron to 70.25%. Let's set the temperature definitions at 500 to 1750 degrees. Make sure all your values match mine, then click Finish. A number of activities will automatically be created and configured according to the settings in the wizard. Then the simulation will take a few moments to run. Once the calculations are done, they will appear in the results pane to the right. Let's change the legend option to axis quantity so that each colored line represents one phase. This is mole fraction of the phases formed under equilibrium conditions at the defined temperatures. The plot also gives phase transformation temperatures so you can see the stability windows of different phases. For instance, you can see the ferrite stability window from about 1520 degrees to about 1730 degrees. You can also configure the plot to your liking and zoom in and out. Notice you also have a table with the results. Both the table and the plot can be exported in various formats. Simply right-click over either, select Save As, and choose the format you prefer. You can also save the entire project, which allows you to return later and change specific aspects, such as the elements or the composition.